Hey, spiritual superstars. Hey, hey, hey. I'm Nicole. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Come on in, come on in, come on in. This is going to be advice that you can use that I definitely needed. And it's helped me be very successful in my businesses, not only just one business, but multiple. And I really want to share this with you because I get a lot of emails asking me on tips that I really believe these 5 tips are going to help you with. So let's go on ahead and let's just get started. Remember what we do. We type in 4 1s, the opening of the spirit realm. We're going to start by raising our vibration. When we do that, we blast away from all of that negative, toxic energy that really surfaces when we want to do something, when we want to manifest something. So we want to break away from that and we want to tap into our higher self and the connection we have with source. All of that in our beautiful inhalation. When we exhale, we blast through the past. We break away from that hold that the spirit of lack tries to hang on to. And then we do it again. All right. So remember, inhale, we focus on the breath of life, where we're going, our manifestation, our connection with the divine. And exhale, we break away, we let go, let God. We release everything that's been holding us back. Ready? All right. Take a beautiful deep breath in and raise your vibration. Challenger human. Come on now. Deep, deep, deep. Let it out. Again. Oh, that feels incredible. Your human is ready. Type in those 4 1s. And let's go on ahead and get busy. Okay, so when you're in business for yourself, you want to make money, you want to be successful, and you want to do it over a long period of time. So you might be in business for something that you love, might be in business for something that you don't love. We're not going to discuss that here. We're going to focus on the 5 things that I had to learn in order to succeed and thrive continuously in business. Okay, so I'm a businesswoman. I am a mom and I am a single mom right now. And so I want to tell you right now, if you don't have kids, if you got kids, if you're married, if you're not, you absolutely have the tools already within you to succeed in any business endeavor that you so choose. Okay. So the first thing that I had to learn is I had to learn to build confidence. I had to have confidence in order to do anything. And I really started out within business by just feeding faith. I really was already a business owner. I was an entrepreneur. Before I started Spiritual Guidance Academy, before I partnered with our other business venture, I really was an entrepreneur, meaning I started these businesses. I failed on my face. Some were successful. I got big wins in a little bit of time, and then I didn't know how to sustain that. I didn't know how to keep it going. In order for you to be a business owner, you've got to know certain things and you've got to adapt or build these certain skills and characteristics. Well, just building confidence is something that I had to do. I heard Mel Robbins, who is an amazing person. We're going to be studying her and going by one of her books starting tomorrow in our Spiritual Guidance Academy Purpose Driven private group. So get on over there and engage in the support. I heard her say that she used to think that confidence was something that just, they just had automatically. But she realized successful people, but she realized that It is actually a skill. She thought it was a character trait. It's actually a skill. You can build confidence by reaffirming, by staying prayed up, and definitely being around people that will support you and that won't tear you down. When I was being asked, Nicole, how do you do it as a single mom? How are you doing all of this? Yesterday, as a matter of fact, 3 people said to me, we don't know how you do it. We don't know how. It was all individual, so they didn't say we, but they were all like, because that was the message I was getting was we, because it was triplicate. The first person was like, girl, you blew me away the first time I saw you. When I saw you on YouTube, something about you just resonated with me. And so she said she watched more of my videos, and then she realized that I was a single mom. And then she realized that I have lupus, rheumatoid arthritis, and degenerative disc. I was having sciatica, all this stuff. And she was like, how the heck are you doing it? And how do you come over to on the camera so confidently? Right. Next person was a guy. He was like, you don't know how much you blessed me over the years. And you've given me the encouragement to open my own YouTube channel. The next person I had as a special guest last night in our units that we have now in our Spiritual Guidance Academy private group on Facebook. Get on over there because we're starting all that tomorrow. She was like, I don't know how you do everything. You just blow me away. And she said that the person that turned her on to me was like, how is she doing this? Well, they were just blown away. So the confidence is, you have to build that confidence. I did not want to tell anybody how I was doing it because I didn't see that was something that was of value. And so I had to backtrack. I built confidence by feeding faith and getting to the point of asking myself every single time that I would feel insecure, who is standing there getting ready to pay my bills? Who is going to pay my light bills? Who is going to pay my insurance? Who is going to pay my rent? Who is going to take care of my kids? Who is going to be there when they get sick in the middle of the night? And anybody else going to do it for me so I can sleep? And nobody else going to do anything for me. Who's going to do the things when I get sick or I'm stressed out? I choose to be all poopy and feeling sorry for myself. Who is going to do all of that? Nobody. So I knew that Spirit was giving me these gifts for a reason. So I had to get on out there, feed faith, and I learned to just strengthen myself confidently by being around people that are supportive and getting in the right teams and just Xing out people that could not support my dream and my vision for my future and our family. So you got to have that vision. You got to reaffirm that vision, and you've got to be okay letting people go. When you're building confidence, the worst thing I believe you could do is continue to keep people around you that are showing you and telling you that they don't want to be where you're going. They don't want to be in your life. They don't want to support you. And a lot of people aren't going to tell you flat out that they don't want to support you. It's going to be friends and family that are going to say, why are you doing that? You think you could open your own business? You better go get a job. What you think you can do? What you think you all good? Who you think gonna buy all of that? Why are you doing that? Like, you think you're gonna make money doing that? Oh, everybody doing that. Girl, please. You doing? That's a little hobby for you. You got people doing that. Or you got people that you're asking, can you patronize my business? Can you check it out? Can you give me a review? Can you at least give me some feedback as a family member? Honey, they can't even do that. They can't even do that. So you're going to have family and friends that are not going to support your business, that are going to look at you like you're crazy, that are going to absolutely shoot you down. So you know what? You got to have blinders on, and you've got to be like, I'm not even including you in my business, that part of my life, because I know it's way too precious, and I don't want you to steal my dream. So you got to have that confidence. You got to, if you don't value what you're giving to others, then nobody else is going to value it either. That doesn't mean that you have to charge an arm and a leg. That doesn't mean that that you've got to come off arrogant. That doesn't mean anything, but if you don't value the service or the products that you give, who else is going to value it? I'm certainly not going to value it. So you have to believe in yourself, right? And so even if you have a hard time believing in yourself, your products, your services, then believe that God gave them to you to bless other people. All right. So building confidence, that's number one. Number two, you've got to master the skill of communication. That's something that I struggle with all the time. Not only do I still struggle with building my confidence, because if I'm doing something new, like today, because of the new moon in Libra, I told all of you, please take action in something that is going to propel you into this massive abundance that Spirit has waiting for each and every one of us now, because we had our new moon in Libra, that's love and money. So take positive action now. You still got time. So don't just sit there. You got time to take action to really manifest the type of wealth and the type of love that you really, 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 really want. So I'm shaky on that whenever I start something new. I was so nervous last night. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting there like this, I'm sweating, and I'm just like praying. I prayed up before I got on, and I called in our ancestors. I'm like, please strengthen me, and just hold my back up. Just hold me up like a dummy. I'm just like a rag doll. Just, honey, hold me up so that I can seem as confident as they need me to be, because I'm not. I'm shaking inside. So it just comes with, you doing it. The more you do it, the more you'll get it. So mastering the skill of communication. When Mercury is retrograde, that's my ruling planet. Okay, it's just like, so I have to learn how to laugh at myself. You have to roll with it, go with the flow, what the universe is sending you, and do your best. Toastmasters, the one thing that people fear the most, I didn't know this. I think I got this from Dan Locke. Multi-millionaire, extremely successful in network marketing, amazing soul, just awesome, awesome, awesome success building information, Dan Locke. He was like, the number one fear that people have is the fear of speaking, public speaking. It's not the fear of death. It's not the fear of failure. It's the fear of getting in front of people. So let me just give shout out to everybody that has ever taken my programs, because that's the number one thing that you got to do besides spiritual safety is you got to go out there and do it quick. You got to hit it hard so that you could be off of that nervous energy, and you could blast it and transform it and use fear at its own game for you. We've transformed that energy. We burn it off by getting in front of that camera, and we just speak our truth, right? So we just communicate. Know that your communication is going to be off just like it is in written form. So if you're sitting there stagnant, trying to hesitate writing that book, and people are waiting to hear your wisdom, we need to receive those words, because you got a blessing on your tongue, right? Stop being stingy and write it, because it's going to be really funky the first time you write. Everybody's writing is crummy for the first edition, and teach that to your kids. It's always going to be bad. It's always going to be like weird and off and choppy and everything else. Practice makes perfect. So you got to keep going. All right. So master the skill of communication. Toastmasters is one thing. I don't know if they're doing it on Zoom now, but that's all over the place. And you could take those programs, join the Toastmasters in your community or on Zoom or whatever, and learn how to speak. Did I do that? No. Somebody told me to do that. I was too scared to even do that. Okay? Too scared to even join a group that was teaching me how to communicate more effectively. And so I highly recommend you just take those steps to practice. Get in with our support group, our purpose-driven group on Facebook, our Spiritual Guidance Academy, and get in, stay plugged in, because we're going to give you that feedback. We're going to meet together. We're going to just love on you and support you, and we're going to let you know what you might need to work on, what we invite you to work on. We're not going to criticize you and throw you down and throw daggers at you. We want to support you and build you up. So master the skill of communication. Remember, practice makes perfect, okay? Always speak from your truth, from your heart. Don't try to sound like somebody else. Don't try to be somebody you're not. Just keep it real and you'll be good. Number 3, master the ability to close. Okay, so you're in business for yourself, right? You got to master the ability to seal the deal, right? Nobody wants to sound salesy. Nobody really wants to be salesy. But we all, if you don't value what you have to offer, then you got to go back to number 1, building confidence, because number 3, you gotta master the ability to close that sale. No matter what it is, you gotta be able to show that value. So I had a hard time with that. Let me tell you, I still struggle with it. So what I've learned to do is really going to pull in from number 5, from the very last one. That really, really did it for me. But in order to close, what you want to do is you got to start from this. Ask yourself, are you giving a crappy product? Are you giving a bad service? Are you in business to earn a profit? Do you want a return on your investment of your time, your energy, sometimes your money that you're putting into something? Are you buying materials and creating a product and you want people to like it? You want to get that feedback of appreciation, but secretly inside you really want to earn a profit from it. You got to make that choice and make that decision. Not talking about being arrogant and thinking you're better than everybody else and thinking that since you just got started, people should buy your product. They should automatically love it. We're not talking about that, although we will discuss that in another video of what you really need in order for them to really love your product or your services. But this is just the ability to sell it, or for them to book a reading with you, or a coaching session, or for them to enroll with you, sign up with you, register, join, whatever it is. You want them to buy into what you have to offer, right? So when you're doing that, those prior 2 steps, I promise you, it will tie into your ability to master the close. You have to have posture. All right. One of the ways that I learned to have posture is from my queen mother. You sit on the edge of your seat, all right, like I'm sitting right now. I got all of this from behind me, right here, all the way up, right? So I'm more than a foot away, about a foot from the wall. Why am I not leaned up against the wall? Because I don't want to be that comfortable where I lose my posture in physical posture. My back is straight, right? I'm not slumped over. I'm confident, right? Even when I don't feel confident inside, I look confident. And what I'm doing is I'm tricking my human so that she knows, girl, we're confident. We got posture. So when you know for a fact that you are moved by the Most High, and the Most High has blessed you to bless others, you got posture. So you come in confident that not only you have a blessing on your tongue, you've got a blessing in whatever you created. You've got spiritual gifts to bless others, right? You've got a calling on your soul. You're supposed to be working in your purpose, right? You got a mission. So that's posture. So you use that in order to really tell somebody, listen, of course they want this. It's not a matter of whether or not they're interested. Of course they're interested. Why wouldn't they be? It's a matter of, can you let them know the benefit to them? It's a matter of, are you benefiting them, or are you just benefiting yourself? And that trips some people up, because if you come out with what's in it for me and I'm the customer, you won't get, that's it. End of discussion. Conversation is over. I'm not going to let you waste my time. I don't even want to hear the rest of it. I don't got nothing to say. You definitely don't have anything to say to me. Okay? So the whole energy that hits somebody that is going to buy your services or buy your product or buy into whatever you have going on is going to be, what's in it for me? Okay? Right? WIIFM. Isn't that what it is? What's in it for me? So know that before you approach somebody, they need to know what's in it for them. So you need to know how to convey that, what's in it for them, okay? Because remember, you're a consumer just like they are. They are people, and if you're not in business to help people, then that's going to trip you up. So remember, you're in business to help people. You got a blessing on your tongue, and you got a blessing in your hands, and that's why you created those products, and that's why you got that service, and that's why you got this beautiful thing that you want to share with everybody, because it's going to help them. It's not about you. Okay. So number 4, to start telling the truth about yourself to yourself. Let me say that again. Number 4, start telling the truth. Be honest with yourself. I posted something today in our community tab about getting your money straight. We are now in the 4th quarter of the year. Let me tell you something. If you're broke, that's on you. I know I don't want to hear, I don't want to receive any emails. I don't want to receive any doubt and, any dislikes, but I know that I just hit some toes. I know that I just cut some people deep. If you're broke right now, all right, you got services within you. You got stuff within you that you could provide to others. If you have, I saw somebody that has cancer, and her daughter and she's a survivor. Daughter has something going on that's medical, and they're dealing with the whole insurance thing, and daughter has to go get some more tests done. They're on a fixed income. First of all, know your resources. The government wants you to be working. The government knows if you can't work because you're on disability, government wants you to open your own business. The government gives you so many tax breaks to open your own business. It's not even funny. If you have your apartment, if you live with somebody else, if you sleeping in a hotel, guess what? You can still open your business. Did you know that? The government is going to pay you to open your own business. That is incredible. But what happens is some people get so stuck in their circumstances, and they put their own glass ceiling on top of them, and it stops them from living their dreams. And they live vicariously the best they can through watching other people, through what they're posting, through the videos they're doing, and you're trying to live somebody else's life when you could be living yours so lovely. Let me tell you, when you start telling the truth about yourself to yourself, you start realizing that, okay, this mother and daughter team, you got ways you're already living what somebody else isn't. Write it down. Create an ebook. You got access to a phone, because I saw your comment, and I thank you for that comment. But now that I know you got access to a phone, You have access to being able to write notes on your phone and publishing it, posting it to your own channel and letting people know how you're getting through. How are you surviving? Letting people know that you understand their struggle, right? That right there is a service that you're providing to others. Do you know that people will pay you for that service? Do you know that people want to feel like you understand them, and you do understand them, but since you won't come out there and let people know, then how do they know? They don't even know that they're supported by you and that you're supported by them. I had no idea that any of you existed. I heard Spirit say, if y'all tell you one more time, okay, that one thing from your parent when you're like, if I tell you, I got the look, I got the slap on the wrist, okay, I felt so wore out. I couldn't do nothing but take the leap of faith and come on out to you, and I'm all in. That's why I opened my YouTube channel. Didn't even know YouTube existed, okay? Had to wait for my spiritual guidance to show me that, what is this thing called YouTube? 5 years ago. I didn't even know it existed, all right? Then, so start telling the truth about yourself to yourself. Are you constantly broke? I shared on the community tab. I'm not going to go into it here. I'll share another example. So I want you to go over to the community tab and check it out. But that's my truth. Okay, so what's my other truth? I've shared with you how I just wasn't confident, and I didn't even take the people up on their advice of going to Toastmasters, and shaking in my shoes and all of that. But start telling the truth about yourself to yourself, which means you're not trying to lie to yourself and tell yourself that you're somebody that you're not. Okay? So we all have that struggle of, it's hard to see who we are becoming because we haven't become that person yet, right? But that is a lie that you have to tell your human. The lie you don't want to tell your human is you got it all under control. You know everything. You've got it all figured out, that you really can live this life. You really do have the products that you need and that everybody else needs. You really do have the security and the stability. You really do have it all together. You really don't have to make any changes. Remember that lie? I used to tell myself that all the time. It was the other person, Oh, they just need to make them changes. I got it together. I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm doing. It's them. I don't got to change. I'm good just the way I am. Lie, big lie, huge lie. But I didn't even know it was a lie until I realized, Nikki, you're not learning because you're not growing, and you ain't growing because you're not learning. So I had to really do some self-development, pick up some self-development books. That's why we're going over Mel Robbins. Google her. She's amazing. We're using Mel Robbins. One of her books series is on Audible. It's free. And we're starting tomorrow. So going over to Spiritual Guidance Academy, purpose-driven group, age limit is unlimited, and it's all free. So you get the support that you need so that you can start telling the truth to yourself and get past your circumstances and be able to really see who you are becoming and own that energy, okay? So, and the other lie, that you don't need no help. You don't need no help. Oh my gosh, if that wasn't the biggest lie, I needed so much help, I didn't know how to ask. So I would lie to myself and say that, Nikki, we got this. No, we don't. Okay, if we got this, why are we living check to check? If we got this, why can't we afford to just go when we want to go? If we got this, why are we stressing out? We don't have this and we need help. So I had to just really be honest with yourself. Be honest with yourself first at all times. And that's hard. That's part of doing the work with your shadow. Okay. So get on over there, get in our private groups and meet us over there so you can start doing the work, because fourth quarter is go time when you're in business for yourself. Okay. That way you're going to have a positive, powerful, thriving 2021, because the fourth quarter and the first quarter, those two things right there, if nobody told you that, or if you haven't heard that, I'm telling you now. The fifth thing, spiritual superstars, the fifth thing is build a network. Let me tell you, I just started hearing venture capital, network marketing, networking. No, I didn't hear marketing. I heard network. Venture capital network, venture capital network. I kept hearing it. I thought that it meant network with other people that are already where I am going. They're already there. And my limited mindset, my limited vision in spirituality. Door slammed in my face after door slammed in my face. You talking about some people didn't even respond. Some people I could literally hear and see them be like, shh, that kind of response. I mean, I would be like, who am I supposed to be networking with? I know it's supposed to be somebody that's already where I'm going, but they're not, they don't want to hear anything I have to say. So who is it and what is it? How do I do this? Honey, let me tell you something. When you open up your spirit to spirit, when you open up all the way to the Holy Spirit and you ask Divine Source to just send you directly through the door of where your network is, it will happen just like that. And when I tell you I partnered with the right company that is really serves as venture capital for Spiritual Guidance Academy, that allowed me to open the floor for partnership with Spiritual Guidance Academy and others. Oh, honey, it's amazing. So you have to have support. You have to have people behind you. You have to have money. You have to have funding. You have to have the resources. You cannot do it by yourself. And so many of us try to go into business thinking we got to do it by ourselves because somebody's going to steal our idea. Somebody's going to copy. Somebody's going to do this and that. Somebody's going to do whatever. We can't do it by ourselves. We are not a one woman or a one man island. And so many times you see those one man, one woman islands floating around, trying to do it by themselves, scared to network with anybody because you got to try to one up on them, or you fearing that they're going to try to one up on you, instead of coming together like this. Spiritual superstars, when I tell you, I partnered with the right company. That's all I can say about that. I partnered with the right company. I'm going to be with them for the rest of my life, okay? My goodness. You have to network. Network marketing is the #1 industry ever. All right. Second one is health and wellness. You know, I'm in both. You know, if you're in spirituality and you're networking, you're in both. You should be making a serious living doing what you love to do. Okay. You really should. You know, my Master of Science is lifestyle medicine. I am a lifestyle medicine woman. I am all about plant-based. I am all about non-toxic. And I am all about spirituality and money go hand in hand in perfect harmony. They absolutely are perfect for each other. And they love each other. And I love them and they love me. Okay, so be okay with these 5 things. And really remember that when you're building your network, you are building it with people that really want to be there with you. And let me tell you something. What I did when I first started trying to network, and getting the door slammed in my face and stuff, I then, in my lack of confidence, went back to people that that I admired, and some people that I knew were powerhouses, just powerful, but they didn't know it. They lacked the confidence that they had. If I could have poured all my confidence in them, if I could have poured what I felt about them in them, oh man, it would have been crazy. They would have been so just way up here. But they didn't see that in them. But I went to them anyway. I went to somebody who I felt I researched was, really on their stuff. And do you know, every single one that I went to, there was 4. We set up an event, and it was going to be, I don't even know what the subject was at this point, but it was going to be amazing. And everybody was going to do their part. And do you know, all of them reneged? All of them canceled. All of them came up with an excuse. And the number one excuse, because after months later, the last 2 came to me and finally said what their thing was of why they reneged, why they canceled, broke plans and all that. Because 2 of them went MIA. Wouldn't even respond. This is a week before the whole event was supposed to happen. Are you kidding me? It was crazy. 2 of them kept dropping hints that they were scared. They didn't know if their material was good enough. And I'm just like, and these are people that I held high guard of respect for. And all of them bombed. They all ended up saying something around their lack of confidence, that they were just scared, and they didn't know how. I was not scared. I'm like, so be careful about who you network with, because you network with the wrong person or the wrong company and you will lose money. But give me somebody, but you're going to learn from it. So take that lesson and learn from it, because that's what I did. That taught me about my own value, right? Taught me, you know what, Nikki, you a lot more valuable than you giving yourself credit for. You going down here when you need to be going up here. You need to be okay talking to people that are up here. And you know what I remembered when I was in corporate America? You give me a CEO in a minute and I'm going to tell it to him. Tell it to his face. I worked at Kodak, which was a huge, huge company in Rochester, New York. Huge company back in the 90s. Well, I found out that I was making a ton of money, and I was making way more money than people that had been there for 20, 25 years. People old enough to be my grandma, okay, my granddaddy. I'm working side by side them. And I'm young, and I'm making a ton of money. And I'm like, dang. Now, I broke the golden rule, and that is you'll never share what you're getting in your paycheck with nobody. But this little Italian lady asked me, and then I was like, well, I told her, my dad always told me don't share how much money I make. And she was like, I understand. And she was like, well, this is how much I got. And she was distraught. So she showed me. And she was like, it just doesn't work. It just isn't right. And she said, well, she had heard a rumor that we were coming in making a whole lot more money than she's getting. When I saw her check, to this day, I can't tell you how much it was. I really don't remember. But I just remember that I just felt like crying. I felt that bad that we were doing the same doggone job, and I was making so much more money than she was. I called the CEO, and I was like, I asked his secretary, can I speak with him? And she was like, hold on a minute. May I ask who's calling, and all that. May I ask what it's in regards to? And I remember saying that, and I was like, I told her. And he got right on the phone. CEO of the company, multi-billion-dollar company, and told him how I felt. This man sent me a letter. He, had a good conversation, and Couldn't tell you what we talked about. I just remember I felt really good about it. I remember he sent me in a typed from a typewriter back in the 90s letter, signed it and all that. And it was a really powerful letter because he was giving me praise for speaking for her and the rest of them and standing in my integrity. And he said that things were going to change in that area. He said he could understand where that doesn't really make sense and that he was going to take it upon himself to really make some changes. And I just remember that feeling really empowering for me and really, being able to be the change that I wanted to see. But it started because I wasn't afraid to talk to him just because he was the CEO of the company I was working for, and it was a multi-billion-dollar company. Well, I did that so many times thereafter in corporate America. But working for myself, my boss is God. And so there was a kind of a switch that I had to make. But in making that switch and knowing that when God is your boss, you have the power to ask God to speak through you. Divine Source, please speak and move through me. Please tell me what to say. And that's why, spiritual superstars, I'm going to end with this. You have a blessing on your tongue. You have special spiritual gifts that nobody else has. You and I can both be a psychic, an empath, an intuit. You and I both can be a channel, but nobody can channel quite like you. All right? Nobody can be used by Divine Source like you. Nobody can convey the message quite like you. Right? And so I'll leave you with this. Stay in business by looking at your business as a business. Start seeing yourself as a business owner, not just an entrepreneur. You are not in business to make money off of a hobby. You are in business to make money off of your profit. Wow. It's 11:11. Check it out, spiritual superstars. Whoa. I won't show you my queen mother is on there. So Spirit, thank you so much. Hit that thumbs up button. Take a deep breath in. Type in your 1111s. Thank you so much. Miss Carol, I see you. Type in that 1111's poetry from the heart. Type it in. Hit that thumbs up button. Raise it up. And listen from source. Whatever you hear, feel, smell, just breathe it in and take it all in. If you're new to our family, say this: Divine Source, please show me my spiritual guidance the way that I can receive it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Inhale deeply, exhaling completely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. All right, our affirmation is abundance. Let's ring it. Abundance. I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. That is our affirmation. I am grateful for the abundance nature and the universe provide in my life. We have 36. Spiritual Superstars 36 as we build that new foundation. It is coming in strong. We've got all of the beautiful, fresh ingredients from the divine, and we are balanced in our life. We know that we are separating from that one life that we used to live, the behavior, the mindset, the people, all of that, the fear, the guilt, the failures and all of that. And we're taking the lessons and pulling it in, and we are now facing the future. And we have already begun to say, come on in, because that's where your blessings are. That's where your manifestations are. And so, honey, when you start to feel this side of you tingling like it is right now, okay? When you start to feel on this side of you, I want you to hear me say it. I want you to receive it, because many of you, you're feeling it. I want you to know that that's your future talking. And I want you to know that that's where you should be going. So whatever you're seeing in your mind's eye, whatever God just told you, claim it, receive it. You must believe it. And so it is. Okay. Thank you so much. 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 Thank you, ancestors. Thank you so much, heavenly ancestors. We are so grateful. Thank you so much. 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 All right, what we got? Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors, okay? Thank you, ancestors. Thank you, ancestors. Just say thank you, thank you, thank you. Just say thank you with this 33 and this wisdom from our ancestors. You know, this new foundation that we have begun to build, this solid new structure that is taking shape. We've got that 6 there again. Every step we take is a new shovel that we have already broke ground. We've laid that fresh new concrete. We're laying, when you see someone, a mason, you see them making a beautiful new sidewalk. That's us. We are now smoothing it out. Every step we take, now they're smoothing it out. Everything you do right now, okay, you are definitely in alignment with your blessings and you're balancing it out. Know that with this 3 and 3 reducing to 6, the change has already begun. It already happened. So now we are expected to take the high road when that negative energy tries to pull us back to the past. We're not going there. We're not going to feed it. No. We're going to feed this. We're going to focus on that. And we're going to be proud of each step we make and take. And we're going to fail forward. All right. Thank you so much with that wisdom. Oh, I receive it. I receive it. Oh, let me put my new reading glasses on. Let me see if these are going to work. They're a little dirty. That's okay. Let's see. Let's see if these perfect. All right. Universal law. Let me let you see this so you can see it. Can you see it? Okay. Universal law, learning and sharing. A teacher may be appearing on the scene, so give him or her the honor and respect deserved. Wisdom is a gift that should never be taken lightly. Look for teachings everywhere around you. like the owl observing quietly from a distance. According to the universal law, you are in a position to receive something of value. Balance the scales of spiritual justice by sharing your gift of wisdom with others when the right moment arises. Open your heart to the elders in your community. Offer them your love and compassion and any assistance they may need. They may share some of their life with you in return. Remember, wisdom in all of its power always leads us to further enlightenment. This is our prayer. Divine Source, I open my heart to the teachings that are all around me, and I am so thankful for the wisdom I receive. I am aware there is a spiritual law governed by a higher power that exists on the principles of unconditional love and compassion. Thank you so much. Oh my goodness. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so much. Well, spiritual superstars, you are so welcome. I see you. Thank you so much. Awesome. Thank you for coming on in. We want you to succeed. We want you to step into 2021 already solid on that foundation, thriving, ready for success. We want you to be confident in providing the service and giving the product that you know Spirit put in you, birthed in you to give. Okay. We know you got value to give. We know you got value to share, and we want to help you do that. Don't you ever think for a minute that you don't have a blessing on your tongue. So you always ask Spirit to speak through you, to move through you, so that you can be the blessing that you are to everybody that Spirit sends to you. All right. So definitely come on in. If we can help you, which I'm sure we can, it's just a matter of how. Get on over there to spiritualguidanceacademy.com, and also in our Facebook groups, Spiritual Guidance Academy, our private group, and Spiritual Guidance or Spiritual Superstars. Which one is it, Carol? Spiritual Guidance Academy, the Purpose Driven. I think that's what it is. Let me just double check for you right now. Let's see. Let's see what we got. Spiritual Guidance Academy, Purpose Driven Mastermind Group. Okay. So we've got some good things going on this tomorrow. We have them going on tomorrow. So by the time you're looking at this, if it's a recording, get on over there. Mwah. Love y'all. Have a beautiful night. Please stay safe, stay healthy. Thank you so much, Miss Carol B. And I will see y'all tomorrow.